Now, would you take your overshoes off and play the same thing again, please? Well, good afternoon. It's Matinee with Bob and Ray again. Gay half-hour variety show with music by Ken and Bill. Charlie McGowan at the controls. Sponsors, public features, educational items, and various things like that.
Well, we should explain. We're back to our usual location here in the studio today.
Things are much better today. I understand there was quite a beef about that.
Yes, Mr. Wilson beefed about the location. And can you imagine that his complaint was this, Bob? He couldn't see Bill Green.
That's good.
Well, it's one of them things. That's all
I suppose it is, but we're back in our old home ground now today.
And we could lick the starch out of any invader, don't you think, Bob?
I believe we could, sure thing.
Lock that door, man. Batten down the hatch.
You know what I'm very anxious to find out is what happened to Terence O'Raffigan.
I got a late bulletin for you. His name is Lawrence McGaffigan.
Lawrence McGaffigan. I had it pretty close.
And,
I think we should find out right away how he's tracking down that band of criminals.
I don't.
Well, he left them in a very tough position yesterday.
He was pushed into the drink.
Yes, but they had pulled him out. They had pulled him out, and the complete police force of big city metropolis. We got it. We got it over here.
No, I never repeat very
I got it.
things. I sent him along to the Saturday Evening Post. They use him as fillers.
He's known as Franklin P. Jones.
Certainly.
To some people.
But, friends, my big reason for being here today, of course, is to talk to you about snow and what it means to us in this atomic age and how we can put snow to work for us. A grand new medium of energy. Snow is so much and so good and so white that we should be able to do something with it. This morning at my laboratory, I was talking with my assistant, Mr. Carl Crublet, who you all remember is the man who developed... What did he develop? Do you recall? Carl Crublet?
Believe what it was.
No, he didn't. Yes, I believe he did come up. Yes, he did.
That's as good as anything.
What?
Fire escapes for boats.
Oh, I don't know. It could be something, but we won't go into it, and I won't even bother with snow as an energy.
I think we should look in on Terence O'Raffigan. What was his name?
Lawrence.
Let me write it down. Lawrence McGaffigan. Cop. Yesterday, we heard how the entire combined brains of the big city metropolis police force had...
Announcer, McGaffigan now has a new little speech at the beginning. You just say, here is Lawrence McGaffigan, cop.
Lawrence McGaffigan, cop.
And it shall be my duty as cop to prosecute to the full extent of the law all criminals guilty of crimes perpetrated within the boundaries of this county and to defend with equal vigor all the rights and privileges of all its citizens.
Yesterday, we heard the mayor of big city metropolis say, now look here, McGaffigan. You've got to go out and bring in this dangerous band of criminals because I want action.
We heard the fire department chief say,
how do you do? And we heard Lawrence McGaffigan, cop, say,
what are we going to do? Like a rat?
We left Lawrence as he was patrolling his beat along the waterfront.
We left Lawrence on Route 110, heading towards Methuen.
So far, a little less noisy, please.
Mr. Wilson, can you play a harmonica?
Peabody doesn't listen to this program, so don't worry about awards.
That sounds like a group of Larry Adlers. Can you play, could you play a zither?
Zithers are coming back, you know.
Yeah, zithers definitely are coming back.
Zithers a zither season.
Good. I like that.
Lawrence McGaffigan, cop, is standing outside the Romney Tea Room in big city metropolis, looking for his first clue in tracking down this dangerous band of criminals. Inside, soft music plays.
Hey, Eddie, come here. I'm Lawrence McGaffigan, cop.
Yeah, cop, what can I do?
I'm from Central Headquarters, Homicide Division.
Right-o.
Up 2 flights.
What can I do for you?
As you know, there's been a terrible crime wave in this big town.
Yeah, a lot of jewelry stores been busted in it.
That's right. And it's been my assigned duty to track down these here criminals.
Good for you, Larry.
And I want to ask you a few questions.
Sure thing.
Where was you?
Huh?
Where was you?
I was right here all the time, Larry. I didn't do it.
Well,
I didn't do it, really. I didn't do it.
Better come along with me. I don't like your look.
Okay, then. I'll come along with you.
I got to try everything.
Okay. Meanwhile, at police headquarters, the mayor is up in arms.
I'm holding him.
I tell you, we've got to have action in this case. I've got my best man...
Wait a minute, man. I'm going to put you into this chair over here.
All right.
There we are. Now.
That's much better. Now I can pound the table and demand action. I've got my best cop, Lawrence McGaffigan, on the case.
You call me,
He
Mayor?
should be in any time with
I'm here,
the
Mayor.
latest report of
Mayor.
what he's been doing.
Man, don't you remember me?
I expect a knock on the door any moment from Lawrence McGaffigan, cop.
Man, I'm
There it
here
is
all the
now.
time. He doesn't
Must have
see
been
me.
Lawrence McGaffigan, cop. Come in. Come in, whoever it is. Oh, it's you, McGaffigan.
Oh, yes. I thought I was a ghost there for a minute.
Have you turned up any new clues in this hunt for this dangerous band of criminals? I want action.
I picked up that newspaper man you told me to trail.
Where is he?
He's at the Pokey.
Meanwhile, at the Pokey,
That's a little nightclub on the outskirts of town.
two men talk in excited whispers. Then crosstown, at big city metropolis's police force, the mayor stands up.
Uh-oh.
He sits down again.
McGaffigan, I tell you, I need action. Right now, I need a needle and thread.
Right now. Right now, you need more than anything that I have to offer.
We'll hear more about this tomorrow.
Lawrence McGaffigan Cop returns with another exciting episode in his life tomorrow at the same time. Brought to you by Gangs Incorporated.
What say we listen to the Cordettes, huh?
The who?
The Cordettes.
That's a swell name.
Chesterfield satisfy women and men. Chesterfield over and over again. Milder, much milder, all smokers agree. Always by Chesterfield ABC.
Hey, those five Cordettes are very, very interesting.
Nice voice.
They're all girls, as you probably gathered, friend.
That's why they didn't have a
Four of them? Oh, four? Oh, that was you, Bob. I wish you would keep off stage when I'm counting the Cordettes like that.
They have very unusual arrangements. They sing a lot of barbershop quartet songs.
They all sing a different key, Mr. Wilson, with his keen ear.
You mean Bill Lawrence and the Cordettes and the Mariners and Arthur Godfrey all sing in different keys?
What did he say?
Thanks, yeah.
Mr. Wilson, would you repeat it, please?
That's what he said.
Please,
All of the different artists sing in different keys.
Oh, yes, that's what I said.
That's their own prerogative.
Oh, I thought all the Cordettes had a different key. It sounded like it. I mean, there were very funny harmonics coming out of the loudspeaker. Some were winking and blinking at me.
By the way, we have this loudspeaker here. Why don't we tune it into something, huh? Let's tune this loudspeaker into something.
What should we tune? You know, we haven't tuned in some interesting radio programs for a long time.
No, and I
now.
think we should.
Well, let's look around and see what kind of program. Tell you, while these two men of music play, we'll look around.
We'll find the program and we'll listen to it for a few minutes.
I wanted to mention the show that the boys are putting on, or that the Harvard Dramatic Club is putting on. Let me see, 5 nights, Tuesday, December 13th, and it will extend to Saturday, the 17th of December. They're putting on a modern English version of Antigone. Antigone, you remember him?
Oh, yeah, we all remember him.
They're putting on this here Antigone, which...
Married to Uncle Gunny.
Yes, which Catherine Cornell did on Broadway several years ago. Now, these here Harvard Dramatic Club Sturleys are going to put it on for 5 nights, starting Tuesday, December 13th, and extending through Saturday, the 17th of December. The curtain goes up at 8:30, so be sure and get there about 9:45, everybody. The tickets sell at $1.80 and $1.20.
How much are the tickets, Ray?
$1.80 and $1.20.
Okay.
It's being given in Sanders Theater, which is part of Memorial Hall. And to quote Harry Flynn, that's the monstrosity of a building across from the College Yard on Kirkland Street. Thank you and good night.
Today, an auspicious occasion in the music world. An auspicious occasion on Matinee with Bob and Ray.
This auspicious occasion will come to a head.
We need some fanfares for this.
Quiet,
We need
everybody.
light music for this, as a matter of fact. This is a yearly event that everyone in the music business waits for with anticipation.
And bated breath. Meet me at Khyber Pass at 12:30.
No, you're off on the wrong thing.
Follow me, Ben.
No, have you got a fanfare again?
I want some volunteers.
No, you're wrong program.
Oh, okay.
Next studio down.
All right. Captain, we've sighted land.
No. Not one of those.
But, Christopher,
I better
this
just...
is a new country.
I'd better
It's
just
America.
introduce this, I think.
What?
I better just get going into this because we have a lot of ground to cover.
We certainly have.
This is the Bob and Ray selections of the 1949 All-Star Popular Orchestra.
Thank you, Dick. And good afternoon, music lovers. This afternoon, Bob and myself have come to these studios to present the names of those whom we think have contributed more to music in America and throughout the entire world during the past 13-month period.
Thank you, Lonesome Gal. Our selections for the members of All-Star Orchestra. Number 1 for piano, we pick.
Johnny McAteer. We love the way he plays his piano.
Right. Now, the violin section will include
Guy Lombardo and Evelyn.
the bass section. First bass,
Skinny Ennis.
then second bass we'll have Dizzy Gillespie.
And at shortstop, Vern Stevens.
Then on guitar, Al Raleigh.
Saxophone, the entire saxophone division of the United States Marine Band, every single one of them. Bless them, they've been grand.
Bugler, Homer Plunkett from Troop 9. He had a hard fight, but he made it, and he will be in our
Honorable
all-star.
mention on that bugle, Lyle Gum.
Right. And the trumpet section will also include such notables as Tommy Tucker.
Arranger, Cyril Blood.
Right. That's our all-star
He's
band.
with the Ontario String Quartet.
Once we can get all of these people together at one time, we will have one of the greatest aggregations that music has ever known.
Doesn't it just fire your imagination to picture all these musicians in one grand organization?
It certainly does.
Can't you just see them in a big bus one night?
Well, not exactly, no, but maybe they will.
Let's hope, friends, that band will get together sometime.
Right, and all of you musicians that we mentioned, all of you who want to pick up your Bob and Ray Silver G. Clef Awards, just call here at the station.
We're awfully sorry that all of you fine musicians who wrote into us begging that we put you on this all-American band, that we didn't have room.
Right.
I'm awfully sorry, and we did get your letter, Mr. Kuzovetsky.
Right. Now, I think it's time that we talk about the Music Nook, since we're on the subject
And
of
our
music.
autograph picture will be going right out to you.
And your copy of Mule Train. Don't you think we should talk about the Music Nook?
Why? Because they pay for it?
I suppose.
Well, that's
that'd
as good a
be the
reason as I can
sure.
think of, sure. Let's talk about the Music Nook. Well, first of all, it's a music store, friends, and it's a nifty little music store. It's so warm on a cold day.
As
You'll love
located-
just going in there to warm up.
It's located out of the low-rent district
Yes, sir. Don't forget, there's no sense in putting your money in overhead.
You simply take
Don't wear a hat.
Take a bus to Norwood. You turn right. You walk 3 miles. Unless you want to take a cab.
Or you can mush it part of the way.
Get out of the cab after you go 3 miles and walk 2 blocks. Then climb 14 flights of stairs. There is the Music Nook, nestled away in an attic.
Bring your lunch. Go early, friends, and spend an entire day browsing through these interesting albums and stuff.
Well, the thing that they have the most of and the best of are the RCA Victor 45 record player attachments.
Oh, how does that go, Bob?
Goes 45 revolutions a minute.
I mean, how could I put it on my... supposing
Connects very simply to your radio.
I have a radio, which I wouldn't own under any circumstances.
No, but supposing you did. Ask me.
All right. How would I attach this RCA 45 Sturley per minute thing?
Now, they also have 45 RPM records.
Answer my question.
Please, you're embarrassing me.
Oh, all right.
We haven't got the information on that. No, it's a very simple process to connect them, I understand.
Well, you merely pull out the condenser, friends. It's over by the, as you all know, the compressor. Then you take the superheterodyne and fasten it with a little bit of soldering lead to the cold water outlet.
Mm-hmm.
Cross your fingers and scream fire.
And get out fast. But
see, it's easy.
That Music Nook is the place to go if you're looking for the 45 record player attachment.
And it's the place to go New Year's Eve, too, friends.
Oh, they're having a big party out there New Year's Eve. Beginning next week, the 15th, they're going to be open every night until 9 o'clock, just so they can meet their old friends.
That's what they're there for, and I'd love to meet a lot of new friends,
A lot of the young ones, too.
They like to make friends with you folks.
That's right.
So why don't you go to the Music Nook, for goodness sakes, if you want one of those RCA things, and everyone seems to.
You see, what happens is located on
young
1A.
Man, would you like one of those RCA things for your...
I don't believe so, no.
Okay, well, you can see, friends, that... Well, he's an exception, but most of them do want one. So, if you'd like one, there's only one
Here's
place...
another young man. I believe you'd like one of these 45 player attachments, wouldn't you? Then, of course, there are some people...
I need one of them things like I need a broken arm.
Right. And maybe the ladies in your family would like one of these for Christmas.
No, thanks, please.
Well, I don't think this means of approach is doing much. But you can get all of your favorite Victor artists on 45 records. Gladys Swarthout.
What?
Gladys Swarthout.
Who's he?
He sings on RCA.
Is he a baritone or a crooner or what?
Well, I believe it's a contralto.
Uh-huh.
And then you can get Robert Merrill.
Excuse me, you don't have to tiptoe in this studio, young man. If you have something to
Park in
the floor
your
with,
flat
pound
feet
across
to
it.
their full extent.
Don't have to tip in this studio. Do you have a late bulletin, Ken? Would you like to divulge it for the tens of listeners we have?
The organ blower just blew up.
You wouldn't.
Oh. Is that Bobby Norris? No.
Bobby will call. Okay. Well, I'll be standing by for that call, and let's hope it stopped the Sturley for you, Ken. And I can't think of a
phone
better
call for you.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Here's the Music Nook. Call it in again.
Hello, sir. It's good to hear from you. Did you hear your spot in the radio?
Yeah, I was wondering whether you're through or not.
No, not yet. We have a few more things we'd like to cover before we wrap the thing
Well,
up.
I
for
think
the
you
day.
covered it just about enough.
Mm-hmm. Did you like Aunt Jenny today?
Yeah, it's getting better.
Sure. Well, that's what
Say,
you own, you know.
I like that part where she goes into the mayor's office and he's demanding action.
That's right. Sure.
Boy, that's a good part of it.
Remember when you bought
I hope
that...
they do that every day.
What's that again?
I say I hope they do that every day.
Well, we'll speak to them about it anyway.
Right. Speak to your scripter.
I certainly will, and thanks.
Ace Brigode.
Who?
Ace Brigode.
Sure. And thanks for
Oh,
calling.
it's nothing, really.
And we hope that you have a long and happy visit with us here at Matinee with Bob and Ray.
Well, I wouldn't count on that too much, but...
Well, we're not really.
All right, for the money, it's a good show, you know?
All right.
Hey, it's not costing me too much.
No, it's a nice
I
little
figure I
tight package.
build up a lot of goodwill out of it.
Mm-hmm.
What the heck?
Sure. All right, sir. Thanks.
But, I mean, it's okay.
Well, that's the idea we had. Now, tell me, how are your RCA 45?
They're all fine. Fine.
Good. They asked for me?
Yeah? Want to be remembered to you.
Good.
Right on.
Well, now, will you hang up? This is costing me money. I understand.
Yeah,
you
well,
want to
it's...
call collect.
It is a collect call, but I figure that's okay.
Oh, well, it is.
That's
I mean,
fine. Sure.
Sure, we're not complaining one iota.
Right. If you get time, you might mention I wear a bow tie all the time.
All right, sure. We'd
Sure.
tickled to.
But you don't need to. I mean...
Well, look, I better hang up inasmuch as this is...
How's the family?
Fine. They're all
Good.
asking for you.
Well.
Sure. They, my wife was wondering how are your RCA 45s going.
Fine. They want to be ready to her, too.
Good. All right, so thanks.
Got all the artists out here on those 45 records, you know.
Yes, of course.
Sure.
Bye.
Huh?
I said goodbye.
Oh, yeah. Well, call again, will you?
Yes.
I mean, let's be friendly about this thing.
Sure.
Keep
Bye.
in touch and everything.
Bye, sir.
Right.
Well,
Bye.
I hung up, sir.
Oh, excuse me. I didn't read that line there. It said goodbye.
All right. Now then.
Till next time. Goodbye.
Incidentally, Ken, I have had just ones of requests to sing the last mile home.
Well, why don't you do that, and I'll leave the studio.
I won't answer that request because it was written by my little boy, and it was his first letter. We don't have it here in the studio. I tell you what, I'll sing it tomorrow because then we have tens of listeners.
You mean we can look forward to it tomorrow?
I'm going to use it as a cliffhanger or a teaser so that everyone will be sure and tune in.
Oh,
so
boy.
call all your friends and relatives and tell them to be sure and tune in tomorrow when I sing The Last Mile Home. That's all I can sing now, friends. It goes something like that.
The music goes something like that.
Yes. So until then, it's been grand talking with you out
We're
there.
not through yet.
Oh.
No, we got another 7 minutes or so.
Oh, then stop the music.
I've got to go down and get that can of beacon wax so we can talk about it.
And we want to fix the floor today, too.
Mm-hmm.
You go get the can of wax, and Ken Wilson and Bill Green will play a little music for us. I never see Maggie alone.
happened to that?
Well, whatever happened to it wasn't bad enough. But it was a wonderful song, and incidentally, Bob Clayton was the first one to spot the musical, I don't know how to describe it exactly, the musical content of that marvelous composition, and he zoomed it to national prominence.
I think we should salute him publicly here and now.
Now, do you have an off-chord key there? Thank you, Bob, for recognizing I Never See Maggie Alone as a great composition it is.
And our thanks to Erwin Walbars, Bob's engineer, for keeping the gain way down when he sings Lily of Laguna. A little bit lower, Erwin, and we'll all be happy.
Now then, to get to this beacon floor wax. Bob, I thought you and I ought to get on the floor here today and kind of tidy up this thing.
Well, if you say so, all
I
right.
brought along a few knee pads.
Uh-huh.
Here's one
One
for you.
for me.
And
One for you.
One for me.
One for me.
One for you.
One for you.
One
One for
you.
me.
And
One for you.
Now they're
One
all
for me. Wait, there's one more coming for me.
Oh, that's right.
There it is.
And that's all. Now we're all
Okay.
set. Now then, if you'll give us a little more mic cord, we'll get down on the floor here.
I'll open this can here.
It opens up very easily, Bob. No, let me try it now. Now I'll open it. No, we better give it another one. There. No, by jingo. Well, let's pound it on the... floor a little.
Is it getting loose now? There's the top right off just as easy as pie. Say, that is pie in there.
Say, this looks good enough to eat.
It's pie.
That isn't beacon floor wax.
Huh?
It's canned pie.
Looks like butterscotch pie filling. Why? But don't use it for that, Fred.
No, really, friends, this beacon floor wax is the greatest wax that was ever invented. I like it better than atomic energy myself. Now, you folks may like atoms and all that sort of thing, but for me, I'll take beacon floor wax every time. And now here is my announcer to tell you all about it. Take it away.
It can be bought in the handy 59-cent pint size.
You can get a freight car of it, too, if you have the money.
You can get a quart for 98 cents and a gallon for $2.89.
In other words, all you can drink.
On one of these, 2 halves of your floor, which you have already put 1 half of any kind of... See, I'm reading this backwards. I'm starting from the end and trying to work out...
I've got a late bulletin. They would like you to read it from the front.
All right. You'll want your floors to have that special holiday gleam for the Christmas season. The intelligent way to find out what floor wax to buy for brighter floors
So beautiful.
is to make a comparative test.
Thank you, Boris.
All you have to do is divide your floor into 2 parts.
Boris, I have a body here.
All through. On one of these, try Beacon Floor Wax. That's where I came in, you see.
Yes.
The wax that has gained an international reputation for long, gleaming wear. Put any other wax on the other side, and then see the difference for yourself. The Beacon Wax Company guarantees full money back if the test doesn't prove that Beacon outshines and outwears all other brands. Now I see my time is up.
Beacon Wax, spelled W-A-X.
And the lot only in hardware, paint, linoleum department, and 5 and 10 cent to $1 stores. Beacon costs 59 cents a pint, 98 cents a quart, and $2.89 a gallon.
You'll have a wonderful time with Beacon Wax. Your floors will feel good again.
Don't forget, ladies, making a test is the really intelligent way of getting the most for your money.
Oh, everyone's going to get Beacon Wax. Why not? Matinee with Bob and Ray will be back again tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow at this very same time.
Tomorrow's payday, so everybody show up, please.
We want to thank Mr. Wilson for coming here today and playing this beautiful music. I think it's awfully nice of him to come and give up his time, his precious time in the laboratory.
Right.
Mr. Green? Right.
Same goes for you, Green.
Sally Gargoyle, our thanks to you. Remember that when we go big time, you go with us.
We'll look for you all then tomorrow, shall we, when we knock at 850 Radio Lane.
You hit left-handed pitching, Charlie. That's the big question. Until tomorrow, then, friends, remember to get work right. It ain't by your thumb. It's fun. Parts of this program were just silly. If you'd like a copy of today's broadcast, simply address your request to Library of Congress, Washington, Indiana.